Hey everyone, welcome to Mason Woodshop. In this video, I'm going to be showing you the xTool S1 20-watt laser system. This is the basic kit, which includes the enclosure, the 20-watt laser, the air assist, and the honeycomb panel. Now this is an enclosed laser system, which means that you don't have to wear special eyewear around it, and there is integrated powerful exhaust to help get fumes and smoke out of the system and ensure a good cut every single time. This is easily expandable with a wide variety of accessories that I'll be talking about later in the video. And just to let you know, this unit was provided free of charge from xTool. However, there is no transfer of money and there is no promise for a positive review. So all the thoughts that you see in this video are mine alone and have not been influenced by xTool beyond providing the 20-watt laser basic kit. All right, so let's get this started by taking a look at what comes in the box. So this is the xTool S1 basic kit. So this includes the S1 laser, the honeycomb platform, and the air assist. So let's take a look at how this was packaged. So in a pretty big cardboard box, we then have this really nice foam with some straps around it. Let's get these out of here. There we go. All right, let's see how we get these straps off. Okay, got those undone. So yeah, really nice packaging overall. So I think it will have held up pretty well. Let's take off that first bit. And here we have the honeycomb. Oh, wow. That's much more heavy duty than I was expecting. So yeah, probably about an inch thick. Yeah, it's honeycomb. It's got both imperial and metric measurements on there, so that's nice. Yeah, let's see what else there is. Okay, so rather than bore you taking everything out of the packaging itself, I wanted to lay everything out on the table. So we have the manual, which is in a number of languages and really nicely done. So lots of images. Each page that has images has all of the languages on it for that pertinent information, but otherwise just really nicely labeled. Really quite happy with that. We have a material sample pack that comes with a variety of material from some small sheet goods to a slate coaster and a number of other things. We of course have the laser itself. So this is the 20-watt. You can also get this in a 40-watt. I think that there was a 10-watt for a while. I'm not sure if that's still available. And then you can also get a 2-watt laser for really fine engraving. We have a material guide. So this is, well, more of a catalog. So this is a catalog of all the material that xTool sells on their website, which at a glance was all pretty reasonably priced. So I think that I will probably buy some material through them. We have this little toolkit, which comes with a screwdriver and a number of these little M3 screws, the locking USB stuff, the precision pointer, and a few other smaller accessories. We have the AC cable with wall plug for Canada and the US, so that's handy. We have the USB-C cable, USB-C to A for attaching to your computer. So I'm sure I can also just use a USB-C to C cable that I already have. It did come with this little grease container. I couldn't find any reference to this in the manual, so I'm not sure what it's for. We have a 3-inch exhaust hose. So this helps to, whether you're attaching it to kind of an outlet in your wall or window or into one of the smoke extractors that you can get for this. We then have a couple of the optional tools that were included in this basic kit. So here we have the air assist, and something really neat about this, the rubber feet on the bottom of it. They're basically like earthquake proof. It's kind of like nice and jiggly, but really sturdy, just like the machine itself and the honeycomb. We then have the data cable. So this is the cable that communicates with the air assist to the S1 and vice versa. We have the little hose to pull in air for the laser. And we have a couple of spare filters. So when I checked, there's a filter already installed on the bottom, but it comes with a couple spares. Then we of course have the honeycomb panel, and yeah, really nice quality. It also comes with these little magnetic clips that are quite strong. So it basically goes into the honeycomb and you can then hold down your workpiece on the honeycomb itself. So really quite happy with that. So overall, they fit all of this in that package. Really nicely done. I don't think that there's much of a chance that anything would get damaged. So there you go. That's what's included. All right, let's just take a little bit of a tour as we complete setup on the machine. So at the front, we have this button that does a variety of different things. It does have an LED light, and that is all explained in the manual. So let's walk around before we get to the inside. So on this side, there's nothing, just really nice build quality and attention to detail on this unit. We then have the exhaust on the back. So you can keep it like this with just this short little shroud right here. You can see the fan in there, right, which is going to be able to extract the smoke and the fumes and all that sort of thing. You can also attach the exhaust pipe over there to this and attach it to kind of whatever you want. Then over on the back here, so we have a few different things here. We have the hose inlet for the air assist. We also have the inlet for the fire safety set, which I do not have. We then have these proprietary plugs for a number of accessories, including the air assist, so that the accessory can communicate with the main unit. Moving along, we have the power switch, power input, USB-C for attaching to the computer, and then we also have the USB Type A for inserting the key. So let's just put that in now. Moving around to this side, we have an emergency off switch. So always nice to have that on this sort of tool. And now let's get to the inside. Okay, so moving along to the front, super easy to open. And I have already done a little bit of prep to get this ready. So it did come with these little stops in place at the back here to prevent the mechanism that holds the laser from moving forward. And there were some warning stickers here that said to remove that, and the sticker itself did leave a little bit of residue, not a big deal. And now what we can do is we can move that forward. Now let's get the laser attached. Okay, so attaching the laser unit is super easy. There is this keyed notch at the back, which correlates to this piece of the laser. I'm not sure if that's coming into focus, but first of all, what we need to do is attach the air assist hose to that part of the laser, and then the power and data cable as well. So very easy. Then slide that into that notch, push down, and using the included M3 screws and screwdriver, just screw this into place. One last thing to do is to attach this distance sensor, which attaches via magnets to the side of the laser. There we go, locked into place. Now with the laser all the way pushed back, we can install the honeycomb, which goes in very easily. And then the instructions just say to shift it all the way to the right, and we're all set. Now let's get to the air assist. Okay, so now we're going to connect the air assist, which is super cool. So right now it's set to auto, which allows it to automatically adjust the airflow to achieve the best results from the laser, which is really cool. And you can override that with manual settings. I'm sure I'll be leaving it on auto most of the time. And this is super easy to connect. First of all, we can take the data cable, data and power cable. So this does draw power from the unit itself, so you don't need to use the auxiliary power on the air assist. So we can then attach that to the S1. And then we also have the hose here. Now there are a handful of other accessories that you can get for this. So other than the 40 watt, the 2 watt laser, you can also get a rotary tool for cutting on curved surfaces, and you can get a riser base for cutting larger or taller material with the S1. You can also get an automatic feeder, which is really cool. So it's a conveyor that allows you to feed long material through the S1 and have kind of continuous engraving or cutting. There's also a fire safety set, which there is an attachment back here, which can help automatically put out fires. And I'm just going to attach this hose in this end. Just kind of push it in and it will grab, which is really handy. And then the last thing, and something that I'm going to consider getting in the future, is the smoke purifier, which allows you to feed from the outlet over here right into a purifier that doesn't require you to vent to the outside. So that's something that would allow me to have this set up downstairs. But now we have the air assist all connected, and let's get the machine turned around and see what else we have to do before hooking up our computer. Okay, so we're ready to turn it on. We've got everything plugged in. Haven't yet turned this on. I am using a regular USB Type-C to Type-C cable to hook it up to my MacBook over there. So let's turn this on. Got it initializing. All right, now let's check the software. So this is using the xTool Creative Spaces or XCS software. Now this isn't a video that's meant to go into too much detail on the software, but it does say here, so see how it says xTool D1 Pro? That's a different laser. However, that's just there because I was playing around with a different file on here before. So here we can see when I went to connect a device, xTool S1, the device to be switched to differs from that in the project file. That's fine. Okay, looks like we're good. And new firmware. So always update the firmware whenever you're dealing with new hardware. So let's do that now. So that'll be uploading the firmware to the S1. And just so you can see, light went purple, which according to that means standby, connected to software, doing stuff, flashing purple, network setting. Okay, so it's doing stuff. That's good. We'll let this update. Okay, so we've got our basswood panel in there. It's secured. Let's go to the XCS software and let's create a new project. You can see the S1. We're going to bring in an image. It's going to be the SVG of my logo. Scale it to fit, so that's going to be way too big, but that's okay. What we can do now is we can start the framing process. And let's first of all set the distance. Okay, automatic distance measure can't be performed. Oh yes, we have to start marking first. So we're going to mark a rectangle. And what's really cool is that the xTool S1 uses this pinpointing system rather than a camera to do this, and it's supposed to be very accurate. And what we can do is we can, well, what we'll do is we'll just we'll leave that point, press the button. Then what we'll do is we'll drag the laser to another point, press the button, and then we can see in the software that we've drawn this rectangle. We can end marking, done. Then what we can do is we can take our logo, and shrink it down, throw it in there. And now what we can do is we can set the distance. Oh, so it dropped the pin, tapped it, goes back to the right to reset the pin. Comes back to where we left it. It has detected that the distance value has changed. The marked processing area changed accordingly. You're advised to do the mark processing again. That's fine. So we'll keep it there. Press the button. Let's see if we can do the reverse. Press the button. Yep. There we go. End marking, done. And we got the logos fitting in there. Let's just make it a little bigger. Okay, this is the absolute first time that I've been doing this. Just want to show you kind of that beginner process. Then let's do process. Okay, so it's showing the various paths. That's fine. Okay, let's close the lid. And I'm going to click on start. Oh, got to press the button. Okay, from what I can see, nothing is showing up on there. So I'm going to stop this. Let's cancel this. There might be something with the strength. Ah, there we go. So what I did in the software was I actually changed it from user-defined material to the 3mm basswood. So I think that there was something off about the focus of the laser, but it is now engraving really well. Let's speed this up a little bit. And we're just about done. You should actually see the air assist. You can see why it has those feet. It's jiggly nicely there. I don't think you can see that on video though. But you know what? This was much quicker than I expected. Task done. You can view the details on the task list. Perfect. So I am so excited about that. So I'm gonna let it keep going. Let's open it up and take a look. Wow. There we go. Look at that. That's awesome. Really happy with those results. I did end up opening up the garage doors. With wood, there's just kind of a little bit of smell coming out of it. Now, if I'm cutting metal, I would be doing that out in the shop, but I am absolutely thrilled with those results. Cool. So what I'm going to be doing for the last thing in this video is I'm going to be taking this hand plane and I'm going to be cutting it out. So select that, clicked on, so rather than engrave, we want to cut. We're just going to go with reference. So again, this is just using super basic settings. 3mm basswood. That was the setting that I had messed up on the first time. It was totally my fault. We are now going to mark the rectangle. We've done the marking. So now let's take that design, shrink it down. It looks so much smaller on here because the cutting area on the S1 is huge. And well, I've got some measurements here. So it's the bed itself. So like the whole bed is just under 24 inches by just over 15 inches. And the working area is just under 20 inches by 12.5 inches. So it's quite big when it comes to the competitors in this space. So here we've got cut, got basswood. All right, I think we're all set. Let's get the camera back on the tripod. All right, and here we go. Feel the burn. This is where that air assist really helps. Keeps those cuts clean, keeps the smoke away from the laser. Again, while this is wood, I'm not too worried about the smoke coming out. This is a wood shop, so I'm very much used to kind of that sawdusty type smell. But when it does come to any sort of metals and that kind of thing, that's why I am looking at the purifier and kind of the smoke extractor. This is quick. So cool watching this. And it's done. And you can actually see the piece just kind of fall slightly. So, task done. Air assist still running, or the exhaust is still running, that is. Okay, let's open it up. The exhaust does an amazing job getting all the smoke out of there. When I open that, there is nothing coming out. Oh, there we go. A little bit of smoke underneath. Look at that. I don't know how to explain how happy I am with that. Look at, there's like almost no burning around the edges. No, it's not probably in focus. The precision of that is absolutely amazing. Wow. Hey everyone, so we've just finished that first cut after doing that first engrave. I haven't even done a third one yet, but I can't wait to spend the afternoon playing around with a variety of other materials. I have some slate coasters, some metal business cards, some leather things. I've got a whole stack of this basswood plywood. So I can't wait to play around with this afternoon and really kind of see what it can do. Now, One of my goals is to put out a review video on this in a few weeks after I try a variety of materials, and it's going to kind of focus on a few other things, kind of what it can do, what it can't do, and my general thoughts on this. Right now, I'm really impressed. Now, this is the 20-watt version. They also have a 40-watt version, which is more powerful, and it seems to be the leading product that they sell, but it was recommended to me to go with the 20-watt as it is generally better for beginners and gives you a little bit more precise engraving. So this sells for $17.99 US at the time of this filming, or $23.99 Canadian dollars. Now, the 40-watt version sells for $22.99 US or $3,099 Canadian. Now, they are available throughout the world with varying prices, so those are just kind of the two that are most relevant to me. And I will put affiliate links in the description below, and if you do purchase, I'll get a little bit of a kickback from xTool, so very much appreciate that. And right now is also a great time to save because they have a trade-in program where you can provide your current laser cutter or engraver, and you don't have to send the unit back, you just have to provide proof of purchase, and you can save up to $500 on a new purchase from xTool. So not just the S1, but they have a variety of lasers with varying discounts that you can get. So really impressed with kind of everything with this. This is my first laser, so maybe there are other ones that are kind of equally as impressive or even more so, but as a beginner, this was super easy to set up, super easy to get great results. Can't wait to play around with it a little more. The only thing that I ran into with a problem with the engraving was my own fault because I didn't select the material. But yeah, overall, can't wait to play around with this. Put more videos out soon. Leave a comment below on what you would like to see me cover on this laser, and I'll try to do so. So again, review video coming in a few weeks, but for now, I'm going to close off this video and play around with this thing. Thanks for watching.